Well, good morning, guys. Pastor Steve here today. Just wanted to share a brief meditation with you from the book of Isaiah. Today I've been meditating in Isaiah chapter 6 and really just in verse 5. So I wanted to read that for you this morning, but I did want to read the first few verses because the context is so incredible. So we're going to start in verse 1. The scripture says, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord seated on a high and lofty throne, and his robe filled the temple. Seraphim were standing above him. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called to another, 'Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. His glory fills the whole earth.' The foundations of the doorways shook at the sound of their voices, and the temple the temple was filled with smoke. Then I said," here's verse 5, "Then I said, 'Woe is me, for I am ruined, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, because mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts.'" So here we have this incredible picture of God's throne room that God gives to Isaiah. Isaiah does his best to describe it and doesn't even have the words to wax eloquent. He just describes some of the essentials that he saw, that it truly overwhelmed him in every way. And so he goes on to describe his reaction, and his reaction is truly a fascinating one. He was so overwhelmed that he knew beyond a shadow of doubt he didn't belong. Now, many people have been in situations where you know you didn't fit, that you probably shouldn't be there. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and so if you understand that feeling, you have a faint grasp of what Isaiah was dealing with. But it was the way he reacts to this that is so incredible. Isaiah doesn't deal with the fact that he doesn't belong. He deals with the fact that his sin makes it an inappropriate place for him to be. He says, "Woe is me, for I am ruined." That's the I'm out of place, and I am in a place of personal disaster. In other words, if we were to translate this colloquially, Isaiah did not expect to live. That's the short version. He did not expect to live, and then he goes on to explain why he did not expect to live. He explains that I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. Now, he's not specifically addressing his trouble with speech and how he uses inappropriate words. He's using his lips to reference a sin problem, and he's using his mouth to reference that his heart is full of sin. As a matter of fact, in the New Testament, Christ references this when questioned about his disciples eating. He says it's not what comes in the mouth that defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth. It says, for what comes out of the mouth reveals the heart. And so Isaiah is simply on the same train of thought here, and he says that his mouth represents the life of sin, the heart of sin, the desire of sin, and the failure that he's had in sin. And so his response before God is, I am a sinful man, and I live amongst sinful people. And he's ruined because as a sinner, his eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. And this response of Isaiah has truly challenged me in my own understanding of going before the Lord. Do I recognize in going before the Lord that he is so beyond my comprehension that simply being in his presence would be the end of my life? Now, through the Messiah, we know that we have boldness to come before him because the Messiah is interceding for us. We are covered in the Messiah's blood, and the Lord accepts us as his own. So we are welcome into his presence. But it's not a welcome of entitlement. It is a welcome of undeserved, mind-blowing acceptance through somebody else who actually deserves to be there. You see, the Messiah deserves to be there. And because I'm with the Messiah, I have the privilege of being there. I hope this meditation on Isaiah and his response of being before the Lord and how incredible the Lord is an encouragement to you today. It is always thought-provoking for me. And I hope you have a great day in the Lord. And God bless you. Go in peace.